If you cannot find motivation in your life, this message is for you. If you cannot find those passions, talents, gift, whatever you want to call it, that spark, that energy, this message is for you. Today I want to share with you 5 ways to find your passions. I will describe a little about my story, and I will give you 5 ways, 5 powerful questions that I use in my life and I use to coach and train others, and that will help you for sure. Okay, let's start. So for me, passions are our talents, our divine gifts. Sometimes we come from different places, different countries, but all of us in essence have something that gives us energy. Right? It doesn't matter where we are, where we come from. All of us have this kind of essence, this kind of specialty. Yeah. So in my life, maybe I was kind of fortunate that I discovered my artistic passions. My first passion is music. I remember my mom told me I was not pushed to go into the piano. I was attracted. It's like a calling. I was just there. I love to play it. And I learned by myself since I was 4 years old, learned by listening. And I tried to go to the school, but it was a little hard, a little boring for me. And maybe it was not my path to become a full-time pianist or musician. I tried before, but now in this moment I felt it was just one part or one vehicle for me to serve others. So then I discovered different arts. I remember I saw my sister, she was learning architecture or something like that. I saw her drawings, like pencil drawings of trees. She had like a folder. And I'm talking about many years ago. I was born in 1981. So there was no electric things, no iPads. It's just a paper, hand thing. That's the beautiful thing. I love it so much. For me, that's the real art. So I saw these drawings and I was like, wow, so cool. And then I started to use the pencils, just pencil and paper, and then drawing some trees. And I started like that. I love it. It was so beautiful. Then I started to explore sculpting. It changed my life, really. For me, sculpting was, and still is, you can see in the back, some of my sculptures. I use some of my sculptures to explain in the video some concepts. So I love to sculpt angels. My name is Angelo, that means messenger from God. Angelo is Italian for male angel. My logo, my anchor is an angel. So actually I had my mission already in my name long time ago, and I didn't understand that. So part of my childhood was exploring multiple kinds of arts. And then growing up, I started to work, and I arrived to one moment in my life that I need to teach others. Yeah. After facing that twice, and I was trying to really overcome a lot of fear and anxiety of those moments of my life, then I had the opportunity to travel and become a global trainer. And in that moment, I found that my third passion for saying something was training, was teaching. I didn't know that, but I love it. That was a beautiful, beautiful gift to find that. Okay. Another passion in my life, it doesn't need to be professionals, but also can be introducing my baby. Passions can be also love through animals, to animals. I love dogs. I love cats too, but I love dogs more. And she's an amazing companion. That can be one of your passions too. It's something that wake up this love inside you. It's not only energy or things like, yeah, passion, and then let's build a business. It's not just that. It can be as simple as taking care of a beautiful animal or people. That also can be passion. And now my ultimate passion is to share my message. Through a process of exploring and working on myself for 10 years, I found my key passions. It goes beyond the action or the activity, like being a musician or piano or dogs. It goes deeper. It goes to verbs. It goes to powerful words. For example, my deep passions, my real passions are learn. These are gestures from NLP, and I will teach you in other videos later. Create. I love to create. So you see, create goes beyond music or beyond sculpting. Is the power of creation, especially artistic things, right? Creating these videos for me is a form of art. Sometimes I use my original music here. So I'm happy I learned all these kind of things, and everything counts. Everything goes there. And my third passion, and the one I'm honoring, I'm doing my best to do it, is to share. Actually, you know what? When I was little, I remember in school, middle school, I met a really nice friend, new friend, and he had a lot of money. He has a lot of devices and video games and things like that. But he had a Sega Genesis and I have a Super Nintendo. So we have both different consoles, right? And I remember in those days we still have VHS. If you know, maybe you don't know that if you are from a new generation. But we still have those cassettes that we can record, right? So I was connecting to the TV and the cables. I don't know how I made it. In that time, we didn't have any YouTube or something to guide you how to do it. I connect everything, and I was recording the gameplay, all the walkthrough, because I want to share with my friend, because he didn't have that Super Nintendo. He had the other console. I remember that I loved to do that. Maybe I was the first gamer YouTuber, but I didn't know that. It just came. It was just a natural way of connection. I want to connect with him. I want to share something he doesn't have. He didn't have. So it was just like that. Maybe he have some purpose, of course, like I say, build the connection, build the relationship. But I really enjoy the process. It took me so many hours to be able to record that. I think sometimes I record the whole game, like, I don't know, it was crazy. And then I give him the cassettes, and then he was watching. I said, wow, man, thank you so much for sharing. And it was amazing. So sharing is very important, and it's maybe my top passion. All the other things connect to share, and share is serving, serve others. So yeah, this is kind of a summary of the summary of my story of my passions. And now I want to give you 5 powerful questions. These are 5 different ways. You can take your time to answer them. Yeah, you can write it down in your cell phone or in a paper, in a notebook. They are very important. I use this to train people. I have been doing corporate training for 17 years already. Yeah, we're in 2026. So I have been helping people to reconnect with their passions, to understand this kind of energy, where they come from, their talents, their gifts, and then use them to visualize or to imagine their life vision. And from that point, passions, vision, then also find your mission. And all this is your purpose. Yeah, and I love, this is one of my favorite topics. So passions is the core. If you don't have passions, life will be more hard. Really. If you don't find this kind of energy or motivation in your life, life will be hard. You don't have a sense of meaning, of purpose, of direction. Passion is the energy, the fuel. If you are in point number A, maybe stuck in life, struggling, tired of your job, horrible relationships, and you want to move forward, upward, to point B and you really want to make a difference in your life, you need fuel to move from A to B. Does that make sense? We need fuel, and that is passion. Yeah, you can call it whatever you want, but that is our fuel. Yeah, that source of energy we must discover in this life, and all of us have it. It's not shopping, it's not playing video games. It's something behind or over that, like an umbrella. What is beyond that? So, okay, let's keep it shorter now. 5 questions, write it down. I will read it so I don't miss them. Question number 1. What did you like to do when you were a kid? What did you like to do when you were a kid? When we are kids, little kids, maybe before 10 years old, we love to do some things. We like to play with maybe some specific things. What was your favorite game or something like that? Just try to understand that. Go there and explore. Question number 2. What is that thing that you do that when you do it, recharge you? This is extremely important. This thing, when you find that, when you do that, when you execute that, when you use it, then that thing gives you energy. I'll give another example. I am an introvert, artist, creator. I'm here talking to you because it's part of my passion, sharing, and my service. And I know there's so many people lost in life with a lot of anxiety and depression. I pass through that and I want to help. That's all. That's why I'm here. That recharges me. Talking itself doesn't recharge me. Sometimes I feel a little tired. That's why I need to drink some lemon water. But there is another energy source. It's that passion of sharing that makes me talk. I prefer to stay in silence. You know what I mean if you're an introvert like me. But my wife, she loves to talk. She's a public speaker by nature. She's amazing. She has a lot of charm, charisma on stage. She can handle millions of people at the same time. She gets energy by doing that. When I go to a stage, I love it, of course. Like I say, I love to share my message. Yeah, but then I need to recharge. I don't recharge by staying there on the stage. Yeah, so I need to maintain my energies. Yeah, that's why I'm also sharing all these kind of messages and videos, because I understood how to protect our energy. So passion gives you that energy, okay? It recharges you. Question number 3. What is that thing that when you do it, time disappears? Time disappears. Sometimes when I start to have this inspiration and write down scripts or compose music, or even when I sit down and do my sculptures without cameras, without shooting videos, I go deep there, deep in the flow. Yeah, maybe you saw the movie Soul. Yeah, watch it. It's very beautiful, from Pixar. It will give you some idea of what is to go into the soul when you put in practice your passion. Time disappears. You get lost in time. It's a meditation. It's a trance. It's one of the most powerful things we can experience in this life. And I think it's more related to art, if I'm not wrong. This is just my feeling. So time disappears. Okay, question number 4. If you have all the money of the world, in the world of the world, if you have all the money you want, you finally made it, boom, financial free, what you will keep doing? This question is very special because you may be already doing your passion, but you didn't realize it. And sometimes we get blind or experience too much stress when we want to achieve something material, right? Or we want to achieve that money or something. I'm still working on that too. It's normal. All of us, we live in this material world. We need to work. We need to make money, of course. Yeah. But keep in mind that if you already have all the money, what you will keep doing? I think I will keep doing this. I will keep sharing, doesn't matter what. I have so many things I feel I want to share. Yes. Okay, and question number 5. If you are the last person alive, what you will do? If you are the last person alive, what you will do? Okay? 5 questions. You can go back and write it down. And please also share here your answers. That will be really nice to know that you are checking this, you are listening this, and maybe you found this useful for you. The passions are just words. Try to summarize them. Less than 5 words. My passions are. Keep it simple. Simplify your thoughts. And maybe just write it down. You can write it down big in a paper. My passions are peace, love, sharing, create, women, health, whatever you want, dogs, trees, clean water. Yeah, there are beautiful things that I know they are in your heart, and you will find it soon. Okay, that's all. My name is Angelo. I love you. I really hope this is useful for you. And remember that you are beautiful, you are magical, and you are free.